Okay.
I cannot believe what I have just heard.
Huh.
However, there's still one thing I do not understand just yet.
And what would that be?
As has just been explained, we have established that there's no possibility of magic being real. But replacing me with a gold statue to give the illusion of transmutation, for example, while it sounds simple enough, I myself and presumably also Miss Fey have no recollection of this replacement actually taking place.
Hey, that's right. The professor got all blingy before I could even bat an eye.
It begs the question, how and why was the statue created, let alone used to replace me? That is true.
The same goes for Godor. It's supposed to create a portal between two green-colored walls.
Perhaps that is exactly why the spell can only work on green walls, Mr. Wright.
Still, it'd be impossible for the Shades to get those portals ready so quickly.
I agree. If we take a moment to think, we can see that all these spells have one strange thing in common.
A thing in common?
Yes, indeed. Almost as if some time between the start and end of the incident was unaccounted for. Furthermore, any memory I might have had regarding the incident seems to have simply disappeared in the process.
I've got it, Nick. It's just like what happened to Kira. She's got absolutely no memory of her life in Labyrinthia before the trial, right? Yes, I do not remember this Kira you speak of. And, oh yeah, when you really think about it, doesn't it seem super weird how the Shades are able to return to town if they complete their tasks? You're right, Maya. I mean, the townsfolk are bound to remember some things about them, right? Like how Miss Kira here threw a major hissy fit in court and was barbecued for being a witch.
Eloquently put, Mr. Wright. Hence, we cannot yet conclude that this entire illusion was primarily accomplished through the use of machinery. Simply put, there must have been some way of affecting the memories of all those within the confines of this town.
Missing time and lost memories? Now that is interesting, Inquisitor. You are correct. There is in fact a secret that lies within the depths of the Eldritch Woods. Something that the people of this town cannot see. Something that can rob people of their time and memories. 'Tis the very thing that connects all of what you have heard tonight. 'Tis a secret of monumental proportions. And, let me guess, 'tis a secret that cannot be revealed by the mistress of the Eldritch Woods, is that right? Yes, an excellent deduction, Defender. Rubble, rubble, rubble.
Witches' souls wander astray within the Eldritch Woods. Until tonight, I thought this nothing but a mere fairy tale told by children. Or told to children, oops. But it has become clear that a seemingly large organization lies within that forest.
The Witch's Court is a border between this world and the other world. Then that means, in this world, you're Labyrinthia's High Inquisitor, while also being Mistress of the Shades in the other world. Talk about double duty. Otherwise known as the Great Witch.
May I intervene for just a moment, Mr. Wright?
Sure.
In all honesty, there's still something that sticks out as a little bit odd. Particularly in Miss Darklaw's previous testimony.
Did you say the previous testimony? I'd already pushed that out of my head.
There was one vital truth that we managed to take away from that testimony. You mean that the magic does not truly exist in Labyrinthia? Indeed, quite the vital, albeit shocking truth. However, there's one truth hidden within that same testimony.
There's something else in that testimony? I must have checked the court record more times than I could count, but I didn't find a single other contradiction.
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Wright? When there's no evidence left, you have but one weapon at your disposal to uncover the truth.
Oh, hey, I've got it, Nick. Remember, in a witch trial you can cross-examine two witnesses at the same time. Hey, that's right, I completely forgot. Being able to have a look at two testimonies side by side is bound to turn up a contradiction somewhere.
And that contradiction should provide us with a much-needed clue.
Ah. I'm not entirely sure where the professor is going with this, but I believe in his judgment. Besides, if we're going to blow this case wide open, it's got to be worth a shot.
Very well. We will now take a closer look at Lady Darklaw's previous testimony. This is it, Miss Darklaw's previous testimony. There's a glaring contradiction between this piece of testimony and the others. Ready yourself, Mr. Wright.
Alright, let's see. The Shades live outside the realm of those who dwelt in Labyrinthia. To them I am known as the Great Witch. Let's see. I have no clue what contradicts. Let's get a hint. Alright, it's gonna be one of these two. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was? If you read this, she says she was the Great Witch. She was our mistress. Let's do this one.
Objection!
Double objection! Beautiful. Your Honor, there's obviously a huge discrepancy between these two pieces of testimony. Ms. Darklaw stated that she is known as the Great Witch. However, according to Ms. Kira's testimony, Ms. Darklaw was her venerable mistress, the Great Witch.
That is correct. She was the Great Witch. Note Ms. Kira's use of the past tense. Past tense? I'm afraid my grammar is not quite what it used to be. May I ask what you mean?
It's simple. Ms. Darklaw was mistress to the Shades, or as they also called her, the Great Witch. Therefore, she's no longer the Great Witch.
She is not the Great Witch. Witness, is this true?
Huh? It is as you have heard, my lord. Huh? Huh? I relinquish my position as Great Witch in order to fulfill the objective of this task.
What would that objective be again?
That would be the assassination of the storyteller, Your Honor. Witness, at the beginning of this trial, you stated that you came to town in order to complete your task, didn't you? What's more, you said that you were going to summon the fire dragon to do it. Now, this task, it wasn't Miss Darklaw here that gave it to you, was it? No, it wasn't.
So then, the most pressing question is, who was it that gave you that task? Who told you to come to Labyrinthia and assassinate the storyteller?
I cannot tell you, no matter what. Alright, so Darklaw isn't the Great Witch anymore. Which must mean the mastermind behind this entire thing is...
It would seem the defense has worked it out as well. Ah! Mr. Wright, you know who really gave Miss Kira her task tonight, do you not? Defender, I may ask that you enlighten the court. Show us who really gave the witness her... blah 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 blah.
It was the Vigilantes! Could it be Eve? It's either Eve or it's Espella. It's one or the other. It's fun to get a hint again. I'm going to use all the hint coins now. Ah! It's Eve the cat. Holy shit.
Take that!
No, he doesn't like that. Damn it. Damn it! Well, that was wrong. I guess it was the storyteller. I thought it was Eve, though. Look at Layton. It pains me to have to say this, but it seems as if I might have overestimated you. Dang, he's talking shit. Ah, that's funny. Okay. It's gonna be the storyteller. Fuck.
Take that!
There we go.
The storyteller?
We're talking about someone with the authority and power to replace the Great Witch. Someone who calls the shots. I can't think of anyone else that meets those criteria except for the storyteller himself.
Preposterous. Then that would mean...
Exactly, Your Honor.
It means that the storyteller gave the final task to Kira himself. He was in short responsible for his own assassination. What?
Yeah, because he's not dead, duh. It was all a ruse.
Order in the court. Why would he plan his own assassination?
That I cannot say, Your Honor.
However,
the final chapter of the story does tell of the his inevitable death.
Excuse me. Blech. While he assigned the task to Kira himself, it is perfectly natural that he would do so. However, what is not natural
is your behavior tonight, Miss Darklaw.
What was unnatural about the High Inquisitor's behavior?
You were once the head of all the Shades, and yet tonight you tried to interfere in the storyteller's plan. You rendered Miss Kira unconscious and knocked her away in the belfry of the bell tower.
That to me seems like the activity of someone aiming to put a stop to his plan altogether. Indeed, Lady Darklaw, what would be the reason for such behavior?
I leave that to you, Mr. Wright. Based on what we've seen in this trial, the defense believes Miss Darklaw's reason for covering up her actions tonight can only be attributed to one thing. This plan was handed down by the storyteller himself. By the way, let me save before I do this. It looks like this is going to be a critical decision. I want to be sure I don't F it up. Here we go.